Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolfe.
A cool night across the state line underneath a very clear sky. And that's really what we've had throughout the duration of the daytime hours. We saw a lot of sunshine. That brought us even close to that 50-degree mark earlier today, but now the clearing has allowed many spots to drop very fast. We look at that clearing now with our Mercy Health SkyTrack camera overlooking downtown Rockford atop the Supply Corps building. That's brought to us by Window World. Air temperature already into the 20s in Rockford, 27 degrees there, 36 meanwhile in Poplar Grove, 37 DeKalb, 33 in Dixon, 31 out in Freeport. Some spots dropping a bit faster than others, despite, for the most part, many spots underneath clearing. A westerly wind at only 5 miles per hour for our weather watcher Terry in Genoa. 34 degrees the air temperature, 22 the dew point. Very dry, and that's been the drier air that we have had in place throughout the majority of the daytime hours today. Many spots saw those dew points in the teens and in the 20s, which allowed for that sunshine to bring us near 50. But now, conversely, allowing for those temperatures to fall just as fast. We also have that clearing in place, a little bit of cloud cover drifting out to our west in parts of Iowa. As that slowly pulls in, some of our western and southwestern counties may at least temporarily see those temperatures hold somewhat steady as that cloud cover approaches. But for the most part, many spots will end up in the 20s overnight tonight. And I want to point out that drier air in the lower levels of the atmosphere because that could prevent or at least initial chances for our rain to move in going into tomorrow. This is a map showing an atmospheric sounding, a vertical profile of the atmosphere that plots our temperature and our dew point. The higher up that you go, that's where you see those lines higher up on the graph. The lowest levels is where we have down near the surface or even in the lowest mile or mile and a half of the atmosphere. When you have those lines that are very, very close together, that's where you have a lot of moisture in place. And that's indicative of where you have cloud cover. Where you have that drier air helps to limit some of that cloud cover from forming and in some cases limits any of that moisture from even making it down to the ground. And that drier air for tomorrow afternoon likely going to limit how much in the way of precipitation we get and initially when we start to see our rain. So starting with Futurecast tonight, we have that clearing in place, allowing temperatures to dip down into the 20s and in some spots could even touch the low 20s early tomorrow morning. But clouds starting to filter in for tomorrow afternoon, initially in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, but that low level moisture is still lacking. Until we get later and later into the evening, we'll start to see rain falling out of these clouds. It may not quite make it to the surface with that drier air in place until we get some of those steadier rainfall rates to move overhead. That may not happen until after about 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. But when you have these yellows and these oranges start to show up, that's where you get that better chance for some of that rain to make its way through some of that drier air. One thing other to note is that some of that colder air up in southern Wisconsin may at least allow for a few flakes to try and mix in. Initially with that precipitation, could see some ice pellets, could see a couple snowflakes. Anything that we would see during that time, though, likely does not reach the ground or as far as accumulation goes. They're still very warm surfaces, so not expecting anything to stick to any of those roadways. Rain will start to exit the area as we head into Tuesday afternoon, but the low-level cloud cover likely stays in place, holding our temperatures in the low to mid 40s for Tuesday afternoon. 48 degrees for Monday with the showers moving in late, then light rain ending early, still sticking with the cloud cover through Tuesday afternoon, back to 49 and dry for Wednesday. Our next rain chances start to move in late into the week as our temperatures rise into the 50s.